Hello everyone. So our topic for today is poem The Height of Ridiculous. Okay. I wrote some lines once on a time in wondrous merry mood, and thought as usual men would say they were exceeding good. They were so queer, so very queer, I laughed as I would die. Albeit in the general way a sober man am I. I called my servant, and he came. How kind it was of him to mind a slender man like me, he of the might limb. These to the printer I exclaimed, and in my humorous way I added as a trifling jest, there will be the devil to pay. He took the paper, and I watched and saw him peep within. At the first line he read, his face was all upon the green. He read the next, the green grew broad and shot from ear to ear. He read the third, a chuckling noise I now began to hear. The fourth he broke into a roar, the fifth his waistband split. The sixth he burst 5 buttons off and tumbled in a feat. Okay, so what does the poem over here says? First of all, the height of ridiculous. What do you mean by ridiculous? The words itself mean too funny. Okay, the meaning is written on the right, too funny to believe. Okay, now the writer over here, the poem, the writer, like जिन्होंने poem लिखी है, the poet. Okay, so the poet, the ridiculous, the word itself means too funny to believe. So I wrote some lines once a time in a wondrous merry mood. So what is the poet saying? That I was writing once upon a time and I was very happy. Wondrous is in a delightful, in a very happy mood. I was there and I was writing some lines, and thought as usual men would say they were exceeding good. And what happens sometimes, people appreciate your work, right? Sometimes you write a few things which are very beautiful, and then people appreciate it. So he also thought, the poet also thought, that people over here would appreciate what I am writing, and they would say that these lines are exceedingly good. What do you mean by exceeding? It is beyond good. They were so queer, so very queer, I laughed as I would die. What do you mean by queer? Queer was they were strange. The lines which I have written, they were very strange and they were very different. And as I laugh as I would die, that he's saying that it was so funny for me that I was laughing so hard that I could even die. बोलते ना हंस हंस के पागल हो जाना वैसा. Albeit in the general way a sober man am I. What do you mean by albeit? Albeit is although, like although in a general way a sober man am I. That he's saying that I am a very sober. What do you mean by sober? A very serious, a very clever person. I'm a very serious person in general, but today I'm in a very humorous and a very funny mood, and I'm writing these lines, and these lines make me laugh in a very happy way, and in such a way that I would die. I called my servant, and he came. How kind it was of him. And then he was saying, while writing, I called my servant, and he also came. So how kind it was of him. अभी servant है, आप उसको पैसा देते हो काम करने के लिए, तो वो आएगा ही ना. But that word he's trying to say, that the height of ridiculous, like in a very funny way. To mind a slender man like me, he of the might limb. Okay, to mind a slender. What do you mean by slender? Slender is thin and tall. Patla dubla bolte hai na. So he's like एक पतला दुबला man हूँ मैं. Like the poet himself is saying that I am a thin person, and that he came to meet me is something very funny. Like how kind of him, not funny, sorry, how kind of him that he came and he listened to a person like me who is very thin. These to the printer I exclaimed. That what did he said to the servant? That print these lines, the lines which he had written. He's telling to the servant that print these lines, and in my humorous way. And he's saying that thing to the servant in a very humorous way, that in a very funny way he's asking the servant to print that line. I added as a trifling jest. What do you mean by trifling? Trifling is in an unimportant way, and jest is like a joke. So something which is not important, something जिसको आप ध्यान नहीं देते हो. So I added as a trifling jest, there will be the devil to pay. What do you mean by there will be devil to pay? Like it will cause a huge trouble. Like this line means that it will cause a huge trouble. So he just said in an unimportant way, and he just made a joke that this lines will cost अ ग्रेट ट्रबल, कि मैंने ये जो लाइन्स लिखा है वो बहुत ट्रबल पहुंचाएगा, वो बहुत परेशान करेगा, कि वो सबको हंसा देगा ये लाइन. सो ही जस्ट सेड दिस थिंग इन अ वेरी अनइम्पॉर्टेंट वे. He took the paper and I watched and saw him peep within. Okay, so he took the papers. अभी प्रिंट करने के लिए बोला तो उसने पेपर्स निकाला सर्वेंट ने. and I was watching him, the poet is saying, and I was watching him while he was doing that and saw him peep within. and I saw him that he was peeping into that paper. जो पेपर मैंने इसको दिया प्रिंट करने के लिए, वो पेपर में ये पीप कर रहा था, मेरा सर्वेंट उसको देख रहा था. At the first line he read, his face was all upon the green, and he was saying as soon as he read the first line, his face was all upon the green. What do you mean by green? Green is happy. And as soon as he read the first line, he was smiling and he was very happy. He read the next, the green grew broad. Okay, so as soon as he read the second line, the smile on his face grew broader, कि वो और जोर से smile करने लगा. He read the next, the green grew broader and shot from ear to ear. What do you mean by shot from ear to ear? इसको exaggerate किया है बच्चा लोग. मतलब क्या? And shot from ear to ear मतलब कि मैं इतना खुश था, like I was so happy. That poem is trying to say that the servant was very happy. Ear to ear मतलब बोलते हैं ना एकदम जोर जोर से हंसना, ऐसे कान खड़े हो जाके हंसना वैसा. He read the third, a chuckling noise I now began to hear. What do you mean by chuckling? Chuckling is again giggling. हंसता है ना. Well, he was just smiling, but now he started laughing. And then after reading next line, he started making chuckling noise. Chuckling is again a word that is described to say that he was giggling, he was smiling, he was laughing. I now began to hear that the poet is saying the next line. As soon as he read, I could hear that he was laughing. The fourth, he broke into a roar. Okay, कि fourth line में कैसे he began to roar. Roar is like, you can see the picture which is given there. Ha 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 जैसे दिया है ना. That now he started roaring. The fifth, his waistband split. That as soon as he read the fifth line, his waistband split. मतलब क्या, जो बेल्ट लगाया, you can see the picture right there. The belt जो लगाया था वो भी मतलब कमर पे हाथ रख रख के he started laughing. The waistband split मतलब what? The waistband opened as मतलब इतने जोर से वो हंस रहा था. The sixth, he burst 5 buttons and tumbled into a fit. The sixth line, as he read, his buttons got open. 5 buttons got open means he was laughing that bad that all the buttons also got open of his shirt, and he tumbled into a fit. Tumbled into a fit means what? The person, as you can see, as he is lying on the floor and he is just laughing loudly. That he's holding his hands on his stomach and he's slipping on the floor and he's laughing. 10 days and night with sleepless eye I watched that wretched man. That okay, he's again saying that in a funny way. Now 10 days and night a person could not laugh, right? But he's saying that for 10 days and nights I saw my servant laughing in that funny way, and I watched that wretched man. What do you mean by wretch? Wretch is again in a helpless condition, that person, my servant, was laughing to and fro, like he was just laughing and laughing and laughing for 10 days and I could not see him because बहुत ज़्यादा funny हो गया मेरा poem. That's what he's trying to say. And since I never dare to write as funny as I can, and that is why he's saying that from that day I decided that I won't write anything and I won't write such funny lines. Okay, so that is how the poem come towards the end. So basically the poet over here is trying to say that the lines which he has written was that funny, that a servant, he was laughing in a very happy way and he was on the floor, and you can see the picture how happy he was while reading those lines. And the poet over here thought that my lines were so funny that my servant was laughing till 10 days, and then after that I decided that I won't write because I cannot see my servant in such a helpless condition. Okay, so Oliver Wendell Holmes was the writer, the poet over here. So yeah, that is how we come towards the end. I hope you've understood what basically the poet over here is trying to say. It's basically he wants to make the reader over here to feel that the poem is funny itself. Okay. Now the question towards the right hand side on page number 171 would be a homework. Like, in what frame of the mind the poet writes some lines? So he was in a wondrous, delightful mood and he was writing those lines. What was the contrast in the narrator and his servant? That what was the contrast? That he was a very thin and thin and tall person, and the now servant, he came there to listen and he came there to help him. That was the thing you can write. When was the chuckling noise heard? After reading the third line. So वैसे आपको थोड़ा elaborate करके लिखना है. So that is how we come towards the end. Now, discussing about figures of speech, repetition and alliteration is something you can find in the entire poem. So we won't discuss that, but we can discuss few of them. Like, if you see the second paragraph, second line, I laugh as I would die. So that again becomes repetition, right? That I is repeated. Again, if you see, there were क्योर वाला line था ना, the second paragraph first line, they were so queer, so very queer. So again over here, queer is repeated. So repetition is alphabet. See, alliteration is when alphabets is repeated. So I laughed as I would die. Second paragraph, second life, I would become alliteration because the alphabet I is repeated. Wherein the queer which I said, that is repetition because the word entirely queer is repeated. Okay. And the next one you can write is he broke into roar. Okay, यहाँ पे जहाँ पे लिखा है ना, that he broke into roar, that he was laughing so hard that he broke into roar. Last paragraph, first line, he broke into roar. So again that roar would become onomatopoeia. Why onomatopoeia? Because roaring is again a sound, and whenever sound is discussed it becomes onomatopoeia. Again, another word for onomatopoeia is second last paragraph, second last line. He read the third, a chuckling noise. So again, chuckling is a word which describes sound, and that is why that again becomes onomatopoeia. And again, he read the third, a chuckling noise, I now begin to hear. ये वापस बच्चा लोग inversion है because the sentence are in not the proper form. I began to hear. He read the third, a chuckling noise, I now began to hear. So while he was reading the third line, I was listening to him and he was making a chuckling sound. So, the lines are not proper. So again, that becomes inversion. Okay. First paragraph, second line. In wondrous merry mood. What will this become? This is again tautology. Why? Because wondrous and merry, these are the same words having same meaning. Wondrous is also happy, delightful, and merry is also happy, delightful. So again this will become tautology. And then this one, and saw him peep. First, second, third, fourth, fifth paragraph, second line, and saw him peep within. So again this would become tautology. Why? Because saw and peep, these are the words which have same meaning. Saw bhi matlab kya dekhna, and peep is also peeping out, means seeing, but in a different way. So again that becomes tautology, right? And short from ear to ear, second last paragraph's second line, this would become hyperbole. Why? Because yahan pe it is exaggerated, the sentence is exaggerated to show us that the servant found the poem very happy. Ear to ear matlab itne जोर से वो हंसने लग गया. Okay, so that again becomes hyperbola. Why? Because the sentence is exaggerated. समझा? इसको छोड़ के also there would be many repetitions and alliteration. वो simple है तो वो I'm not doing it. Why? Because I feel you guys can do it. Fine. So that is how we come towards the end. While discussing about appreciation of the poem, what you can write as if what you can write. See, first आप लिखोगे the poem The Height of Ridiculous is by Oliver Wendell Holmes, right? Then the rhyme scheme, we haven't discussed the rhyme scheme, right? The rhyme scheme कैसे होगा? For first line you will write time. So again time would be A. फिर मूड, टाइम मूड मैच नहीं होता तो मूड को बी दे देंगे. से अगेन डजंट मैचेस विद टाइम एंड मूड, सो से वुड बी सी. and good matches with mood. So mood को B दिया था तो good को भी B देंगे. So the rhyme scheme over here becomes A B C B. Okay, so the rhyme scheme of the poem over here is A B C B. So again you can write the rhyme scheme of the poem is A B C B. What you will write, the figures of speech. So as we have discussed, there are lots of figures of speech. You can write there are many figures of speech including hyperbola, onomatopoeia, tautology, alliteration, transferred epithet, etc. Fine, and any one you can describe. आप exaggerate कर सकते हो कि ये वाला line है, इसका figures of speech ये है, and the reason why that is the figure of speech. Fine. And then you can write a small description, a part which you like. So the poem is a humorous one which is written for enjoyment, right, with plenty of funny expressions. The main purpose of the poet over here is simply to entertain the reader, right? ऐसा आप लोग लिख सकते हो. Anything else which you want to add, you can add. Okay, find out the expression from the poem that indicates funny movement. As laugh as I would die, and again from ear to ear. So you can write all of these lines which explains that the poem was very funny, like the lines are very funny. Arrange the following reaction in the proper order as per the poem. ओके, तो इसको सिर्फ आपको प्रॉपर ऑर्डर में लिखना है. तो फर्स्ट वन कैसा था? आफ्टर रीडिंग द फर्स्ट लाइन हिज फेस वॉज ऑल ग्रीन. देन द सेकेंड वन, द ग्रीन ग्रू ब्रॉडर. द थर्ड में चकलिंग नॉइज. सो यू जस्ट हैव टू अरेंज देम इन अ प्रॉपर ऑर्डर. अगेन आई बिलीव दिस यू कैन डू एज होमवर्क. राइमिंग वर्ड्स फ्रॉम द पोएम, मोर ऑफ योर ओन. तो ईयर के साथ पोएम में से कौन सा वर्ड मैच होता है, राइम होता है, वो आपको लिखना है. एंड ईयर के साथ कोई ऐसा वर्ड जो मैच होता है, नॉट फ्रॉम द पोएम बट फ्रॉम योर ओन सेल्फ, यू हैव टू राइट. सो अगेन वेल यू विल डू राइमिंग स्कीम, you can find out that and you can fill this table. Sub question 4. Match the figures of speech. In wondrous merry mood, as I said, it is tautology, because wondrous and merry are the same word. They were so queer, so very queer, queer, repetition. And saw him peep within, again tautology. So we have discussed, you just have to write it down. The rest you can do as homework. Copy any 2 stanzas of the poem in the lines below using a color. That's fine if you leave it. Complete the line by choosing the pairs of rhyming words and make it meaningful. Yeah, again if you wish you can do, nahi to chalega, that's fine. So yeah, that is how appreciation sub question 8 हम लोग ने कर लिया है. Sub question 7 is fine if you don't do it. So yeah, that is how we come towards the end of the poem. I hope you have understood the poem, basic figures of speech, appreciation. Yeah, so yeah, that is how we come towards the end. We'll see you all in the next one. Till then, bye bye and take care. Bye.